Hey, beautiful souls, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're discussing a topic that often remains in the shadows, but has definitely affected many of our lives: narcissistic siblings. If you've ever felt that your brother or sister is more than just competitive, but rather manipulative and harmful, this video is for you. Let's explore the characteristics of narcissistic siblings, the dangers of being close to them, and how to protect yourself from their toxic behavior. So grab your tea, a cozy blanket, and let's talk about it. We're familiar with what a narcissist is. Typically, when speaking of narcissists, we often associate them with romantic partners, and we don't tend to think of them as being a part of our families. Truth is, anyone can be a narcissist. More than likely, you may have lived with them, went to school with a few, worked with some, worked for one, dated a couple, had children by them, and even married one. Today, I want to focus on narcissistic siblings. Growing up with a narcissistic sibling can be an incredibly challenging experience, one that leaves a lasting impact on your life. From an early age, you may have noticed that their behavior was distinctly different from what you would expect in a typical sibling relationship. As children, they exhibited a range of troubling characteristics that only intensified as they transitioned into adulthood. Their inflated sense of self-importance was hard to ignore. They seemed to believe the world revolved around them, and they constantly sought admiration and validation from those surrounding them. This insatiable need for attention often came at the expense of others, as they displayed a striking lack of empathy for anyone else's feelings or experiences. As you navigated your childhood and moved into adulthood, you might have found yourself caught in an exhausting cycle of competition with them. It felt as if you were in a never-ending race where they constantly needed to feel superior. Whether it was in terms of looks, intelligence, or achievements, they seemed determined to prove they were better in every conceivable way. This relentless drive to outshine you made what should have been a supportive sibling relationship feel more like a battleground. Their jealousy was palpable. Your successes were often met with dismissive comments or outright disdain. They saw your achievements not as something to celebrate, but rather as personal threats to their own inflated self-image. This toxic dynamic turned you into their unwitting rival, and you became an object of their obsession. With an overwhelming desire to always one-up you, they positioned you as their nemesis, creating a division between you that can be difficult to bridge. The jealousy a narcissistic sibling holds runs far deeper than the typical sibling rivalry that many families experience. When you find yourself in a close relationship with a narcissistic sibling, you inadvertently open the door to a world of vulnerability. Your natural instinct is to share your thoughts, feelings, and personal experiences. It's your family, so you're sharing with intent to heal, but they're listening with intent to destroy. Unknowingly to you, you created a pathway for them to access your most private information because you believe they have your best interest at heart and they won't do anything to hurt you. You speak freely, believing you're in a safe space. Not with narcissistic siblings. They use those sentiments to skillfully manipulate the trust you've placed in them, using it as a tool to gather intel about various aspects of your life, your relationships, ambitions, insecurities, and even your hidden struggles. This makes them uniquely dangerous in ways that can be hard for you to fathom. This is your sister. This is your brother. You love them deeply and feel a bond that ties you together in ways that are hard to shake. Yet that love was twisted and weaponized against you. In moments of conflict or insecurity, they will exploit your vulnerabilities, turning your trust for them into a double-edged sword. The very connection that should nurture and support you becomes a source of pain and betrayal, leaving you to navigate the complex emotions that arise from loving someone who never had your best interests at heart. Let's take a moment to explore some behaviors that narcissistic siblings might exhibit. They can be quite skilled at manipulating situations to their advantage, often spreading falsehoods and misinformation about you to friends and family. They twist your words, insert details to stories that never happened, just to create unnecessary drama in your life. If you're a sister to a narcissistic sibling who tends to act this way, she might even weaponize your strengths against you. For example, if you're someone who's beautiful and confident, she might talk behind your back to others, telling them you're promiscuous or only interested in material things. The goal here is to undermine your reputation and make you seem untrustworthy or undeserving of respect. It's not an easy situation to navigate, especially when it feels like someone so close to you is trying to bring you down. And if you're a brother, the attacks can be equally brutal. They might belittle your manhood, spreading lies about your sexuality. They'll try to undermine your confidence by attacking your hygiene or financial stability. It will say anything to embarrass you, anything they believe would deeply hurt you. Ultimately, their goal is to make you feel inadequate and appear as undesirable as possible because they need to feel superior. So how can you protect yourself? First, recognize the red flags. Trust your instincts if something feels off. Limit the personal information you share with them and be cautious about how much you let them into your life. Surround yourself with supportive friends and family who uplift you. And ensure you set and maintain your boundaries. Just because you're related, it doesn't mean you have to engage with their drama or allow their toxicity seep into your life. Detaching yourself from a sibling, especially one you've shared countless memories and experiences with, can be challenging and emotionally taxing. It's important to recognize that while the bond of siblinghood is often deep, sometimes it becomes necessary to create distance in order to prioritize your own mental health, emotional health, and physical safety. Walking away does not mean that you love them any less. Rather, it signifies your commitment to protecting your own peace and well-being. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might need it, and subscribe for more content on mental health and personal growth. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. Stay strong and take care of yourselves. Until next time.